It is a Sunday, and it is March the 11th, 2018. The time is 3:31 p.m. I'm here at 502 30th Avenue South in the town of Atlantic Beach, Horry County. This is a so-called church. It was formerly Cooper's Restaurant. The people who have converted it unlawfully to a church are Darnell and Windy Price. The sign out front used to say AME Church, but that has changed. I'm sure there's some reason for that, most likely financial. Of interest is the fact that the building permit is no longer posted at this so-called church. Roofing work is going on. I suspect that the person who applied for the roofing permit was Darnell Price, the husband of the so-called pastor, Windy Price. Interestingly enough, Darnell Price's business license has expired. I have here the printout from the South Carolina Department of Labor Licensing and Regulation Board of Commercial Contractors. Blackshear Corp. License 116093 expired on 10/31/2014, almost 4 years ago. Also interesting is that the address for Blackshear Corp. is the same address as the so-called church. Now, why would someone be claiming to run a construction business, claiming this is their place of business, and yet there's no construction vehicles around? The other problem with this is that this group, Windy Price, sued the town and got a $30,000 settlement of taxpayer money through the South Carolina Insurance Reserve Fund. As part of that, Windy Price, on behalf of the church, agreed to comply with all town and building and zoning ordinances, and to date they haven't done that. They have not applied to the town. The property owners for this property have not applied to the town to get a conditional zoning approval to have a religious institution here. Also causing a problem is the fact that the presence of this so-called church may impact the adjacent property owners' rights to try to have a business that might have, say, like a beer and wine license. This corridor here is supposed to be the gateway for the town of Atlantic Beach from 17 to the oceanfront. Almost $1 million was spent on a so-called streetscape project that provided for raised medians with landscaping, curbs, sidewalks. It was also supposed to include underground utilities. Unfortunately, that never happened. Also, what never happened is that the sprinkler system for these plants that sprinkler system apparently either never worked or didn't work for very long, and so a lot of this vegetation has died. Now, what the town is doing is, as some of this vegetation dies, palm trees, they have Darnell Price remove them. Doesn't have a business license in town, and it's a quid pro quo in exchange for Darnell Price helping out the town once in a while. The town doesn't require him to comply with town ordinances. Now, just the other day, while I was about in this same spot, Darnell Price happened to see me, maneuvered his vehicle into the front of this so-called church and began to film me as though I was doing something improper. Now, I suspect that he is going to the police department claiming that this is harassment. What's interesting about that is that after I drove up this road, Darnell Price pulled out to follow me. He appeared to be holding a device in his hand. I assume it was a smartphone with some type of a video application. And I drove up to this concrete cut-through between 30th Avenue South and 31st Avenue South to document that Darnell Price is keeping his construction equipment in the parking area of a abandoned and closed restaurant, which will be the subject of another video. Ending this recording at 3:36 p.m. on the Sunday, March the 11th, 2018.